the big boys. What's going on? Little pass-through elastic there. Rigid face. Black, red tool bags. How sweet are those things? How nice is that? What's going on, guys? How was your day? What's going on? Give it a couple minutes. People get on here. Yeah, it's been raining. How sweet's that shirt? Love it.
You hear me?
Yeah, it's been raining. Isaac Barrett, Tim Foley, what's going on, guys? How are you? Billy Magnan, Byron Roberts, Tyler, what's up? What's up? A bunch of Velcro adjustable holsters, a bunch of cocks, little furry llama cocks, more roll-up tool, roll-up dump pouches, gunfighter concealment, what's up? JT, what's up? Sheetrock and carpet. I mean parts for the truck. Travis, yeah, I love the shirt, man. Shane Z, what's going on? How are you? These are all pelters. These get color put in them tomorrow. NSW rigs all finishing up here. Radio pouches, pistol mags, Surefire lights. We got a bunch of cards going tomorrow. Velcro cards. Notification for my order. Leo, what did you order, man? What'd you get? Oh, nice. We got multicam black roll-up dump pouches going. I cannot imagine why we are cutting these apart again. Philippe, what's going on? How are you? We're raining. It's raining here. No rain today. We picked up 100 pallets today. We've got 3 trailer loads and 2 truckloads full of pretty new pallets. Gave my barn cat meth. Absolutely nuts. Another belt and light pouch right on. Do you make small pieces of Velcro labels for tool roll-ups? I heard you mention them. We don't make them. You just go get you some Velcro. You can get it at Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot. Usually where like fasteners and stuff are, or at in Walmart, just in the craft section. And then you just cut it and then just write on there with a Sharpie what you would like to put on there. Chuck Peoples, what's up? How are you? James Barden, how are you, man? 32 people. Come on, guys. Type some shit out here. We can talk about whatever you want. Otherwise, this is going to be a short live feed. We got split fronts going in a few different colors. Roll of sewn on Velcro. Yeah, that works perfect. That's exactly what you want. I suppose we could just start selling it by the foot. Well, we're actually going to start selling materials, but you could buy it by the foot, and that way you could get the color you want. Buy a nice fucking stencil for 90 cents over at Walmart and, you know, stencil on your letters. Matt Hale, what's going on? Kiwi cap for treehouse would be cool. Yeah, they've got 3 of them. One of them is very complete. Always looking for pallets. Put stuff on them, then use the skid steer to move. You got that right, Andrew. You got that right. Turn into a hunting stand. Just watched a SHOT Show video. Cool fabric company you may have heard of, 1947. So they don't actually make anything. They just sell material from the exact same mill that I buy material from. To my great surprise, we contacted them when we couldn't get material that I needed. We contacted them, and all they did was carbon copy my fucking mill. Scott, my night is great, man. How do you feel about the shootings that have been taking place? Distraction, distraction, distraction. Oh, we're in trouble for something? Here, watch this. Here, check this out. I feel like the Huey fuselage, that'd be one hell of a hunting stand. But I feel like it would generate a lot more revenue and use as like an Airbnb or something, right? I see it as maybe a podcast studio, put it up, elevated on a pole real high, on a hill, you know, on an embankment, and then build a deck out the high side so that you have kind of an outdoor living area around it, lawn chairs, maybe hot tub, fire ring kind of thing. My wife and I are doing our first live stream this Friday because of you guys. John, that's fucking awesome, man. What's your channel? What will you guys be talking about? Been watching your live streams along with Bear and Nicole for weeks. Very cool, very cool. Welcome to Tennessee, Jacob. What town? Where? I didn't even see Jacob. We're new in town. Been following you since we got here to Tennessee. When's a good time to stop by and check out the place? Jacob, where are you, man? Where are you located? Just finished watching the Jake Herman episode. That guy is such a trip. Fucking super good dude. Good friend of mine. You won't hear me say that about a lot of people. Like, I have people I know, but like I actually know Jacob. 20% discount this past year. You are very welcome. That was not for everybody. Didn't get that. We are thinning down. We are thinning down our email list. We sent emails out to a lot of people, and we canceled a lot of people off of our email list. There's actually an algorithm to email for guys that don't know. If you don't maintain a business email, you wouldn't be aware of that. But there's a bunch of bullshit that goes with it, just like social media. Squirrel hunt with Jacob. It'd be a squirrely motherfucker to hunt with. Our channel is just John Magnus. We'll be talking about homesteading, gardening, and food storage. Very cool, John. Very cool. You need to figure out a name for your channel or your homestead and make that your channel name. I mean, I could be a complete idiot about that stuff, but you need something other than your name. San Diego just dropped their vax mandate. I can be a real cop again. It's coming back. The White House is pushing it right now. They're talking about mask mandates and all kinds of shit. I was watching it today. And you have you just had Los Angeles mayor, LA mayor, is pushing all kinds of silly shit right now. Just don't turn it into another pinball prepper channel regurgitating MSM new talking points. I haven't seen any of this stuff in a long time. Do what you do, man. Like, I know why they're doing it. It's because it works for them. They're highly, they're monetized on YouTube. I say things that are very unpopular to the mainstream, so we are not monetized. So when I say something and our views get suppressed, it's not a financial hit to us. Like, most guys doing YouTube, that's what they do. Whereas I do this, and YouTube's kind of the side thing. Great content today. Video about hope. With the video about hope. Yeah, Joseph. We talking about the hopium. Thanks for checking it out. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, we have a couple pieces of content went up on YouTube today. Scully will be here tomorrow. Brandel will be here tomorrow. We'll film a couple of other pieces of content. There's another video that is not up yet that will be going up shortly. Gonna sell 1.5-inch resin webbing for belts. I can't find any. I can find 123, 20 seconds, not 1.5. Greg, are you talking about like the webbing that we use? Are you talking about like all of these scraps right here? These are all the end cuts. So every piece of webbing you see in here came off of a full roll. Didn't receive a notification tonight. See what Albert Dean, what's that one? Most people don't realize it costs you money to do YouTube. You do it, yeah, Ronan, they have no idea. My video guys are thousands of dollars. My video guy and my editing guy, thousands of dollars a week. Not to mention the time that I'm not producing or, doing things within the business. But I mean, it eventually it will wash, right? It'll make a profit eventually. Love the mummy background with the lighting in your new video. Thank you. Thank you. There's another one. There's a full sewing video with that setup coming. Unless there is a hard reset, I don't see any good out of the White House for at least 6 years. I'm with you. Even then, is it good? Is there any good out of the White House, even when it's less bad? We are so focused on we're going to be better in 2 years, right? Because of who's in the White House, or Trump, right? Trump did more shit in my entire lifetime that was beneficial to my business than any other president. But Trump also did a lot of shit that was some shady shit, right? Would we be better off? And none of them, like, they did stuff to reduce our taxes, but they didn't go, hey, taxation is theft. They didn't go, hey, term limits, right? We didn't have any of those conversations. So are we better off to hope that they're going to make it better, or are we better off to take our energy and time and stuff and put it into making our own money, right? There's so many dudes, especially in, well, they perceive themselves in our arena or our area, right? You see it a lot with the homestead guys. Like, I'm not going to make a lot more, I'm not going to make any more money, I'm just going to live off the land. And that's fine if that's truly what you want. But they convince themselves, I'm not going to make more money because I have to pay more taxes, right? What if you could easily make more money, right? And most of these dudes are not making, $100,000 a year, much less anywhere close to $1 million, and definitely not $1 million a month. When you make that kind of money, even though they steal 33% of it from you, when you start doing things on a more creative basis, they steal less. But even with that said, if you're making 70%, if you get to keep 70% of that, right? The difference between 100,000 and $1 million is a huge fucking number, especially for a dude who's never touched that kind of money. What kills me is I pay most in Fed tax than some. I pay more in payroll tax than people make all year. I pay more in federal tax in a fucking month than most people make in 10 fucking years. That's what people don't realize. Do we need big government telling us no? That's it exactly. I love watching these audit videos. Some people take it too far, but if everybody just started going, no, we're not going to do that, and knew their rights, that shit would stop, and that includes the fucking government. Because who enforces the will of the government? The politicians aren't out there fucking willing to hit you with a flashlight or break into your house and shoot you at the wrong address. Are we incorporated? Yeah, of course. Try not to worry about politicians and what they do. Go out and build your own. That's right, John. Just get with me when you want to come over here. Tomorrow's never a good day. Friday's Friday's not a good day either. Thursday might be a good day. Mondays, Tuesdays usually okay. Just get with me, before you show up here. You'll be surprised, and I'm not here. The old election type thing. That's right, man. Just focus on you and your own. Fucking do things you believe in. Do things that align with you, and people that believe the same things will show up. And as far as a hard reset, I think you're going to see what looks like a system collapse, but it's going to be orchestrated, right? I'll vote for Scully if he ever ends. Jeff will be here tomorrow. We did the mummies last week. We did these guys the week before. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to shoot something tomorrow. Maybe we'll use giraffes, or I've got some bobcats too. Maybe we'll, I don't know. Every week we're going to try to do something where people like, what the fuck does that have to do with the video, right? Like, where did that come from? See me on Thursday. Who said that? Is that the Cumberland City guy? Yeah. Keep in mind, man, when you roll in here, I'll spend some time with you, but we are fucking super busy. Like, it's not gonna be hours. Like, I just don't have it. Unless you're super cool, or you bring me a lot of money. What we really need is a hard reset on culture. You're not gonna be able to reset, man. You're gonna have to win culture. You're gonna have to get involved and get fucking in it with your hands. Start having events, start aligning with people, have the conversations. Anyone voting for Kanye? Problem with doing what you believe in and other people will join is if you get a little too radical, most people turn their back. They'll kill you. They'll just kill you. Culture is how you're raised. Yeah. So just, speak to young people, instill that in them, lead by example, right? You tell people work hard and they want to argue about it. If you're not working hard, if you're working hard, they will see you doing it. Only thing that's going to change people is when they feel, that's absolutely right? So we made a video, just a little snippet was taken from a video about sending all the homeless to Oregon or Djibouti, right? That's a joke. Most of that shit, it's all jokes. It's just satire. But people get very upset about it. And all these people on the video are like, you're just going to move homeless somewhere else. You're going to make them somebody else's problems. People are like, I'm homeless, so you're homeless. Are you really homeless? Do you sleep under a roof? Or are you under a bridge or in your car, yet you still have time to be on social media to randomly see some shit that Scully and I said? Why don't you have a fucking another job? How about you get a fucking job, motherfucker? You have time to take issue with some people that you don't fucking know saying some shit when they didn't know you even existed, nor do they care. But you have time to sit there and not fucking get yourself into another situation. See, I worked 3 jobs, 80 hours a week, and restarted my company the day I came home from federal prison, and still worked 80 hours a week in addition to starting my business over again. I did that for over 6 months, and up until a year, I worked 2 part-time jobs. I just didn't work 3 after 6 months. I have no fucking compassion. I have nothing for people who don't fucking work. I don't care what they do until they're complaining. I don't think it should be, you want to be homeless? You want to be unemployed? No fucking problem. But you shouldn't get any fucking hands out. The government should do 0 for those people. But that's why the government does that. The government steals from us and gives to them and buys their votes, because that's how government works. Because people who work, they'll never fucking support the government doing shit like that the government's doing. They steal at the threat of a gun. Greg T and 1,000 in food stamps driving a Cadillac. You always see it, man. Go to the Walmart. You'll see the purple Chrysler 300. You'll see the fat woman get out with fucking 3 babies that none of them have the same dad, and she'll throw a dirty diaper in the handicapped parking zone where she's parked crooked. You'll see it every fucking day at Walmart. They should drug test for government assistance. They should drug test for fucking government work. 2 out of 17, single bull isn't great. but not, I don't know what that means. 2 out of 17 with a single bull. Oh, right on. Free smartphones. Yeah, free smartphones for everyone. Speaking of getting your hands dirty, I'm AIing 2 heifers. Oh, artificial inseminating. Got it. Scares me to use today. Want everything for free, feel owed, and give up easy. That's because we allow that, Ronan. That's because we outsource the raising of our children. We outsource our security. We outsource fucking everything. It's never going to change until we fucking raise our kids. But we don't, right? Because we've convinced women that they are not fucking worth anything unless they leave and work as hard as a man. So who raises your kids? That's why they did it, because it fucking puts your kids in the hands of the public, the government school system, and then we wonder why our kids hate us. Pierre, I saw you're on here. What's up, buddy? The Chechenian BDUs, laugh out loud. Love the conversation you and James had first week out. Right on. Everything is outsourced. That's right. You know what's not outsourced? Everything that comes out of this fucking building's not outsourced. Everything that you see on my website, 95% of it we make. From raw fucking scraps. Dirty work, don't. No backsplash. We send our kids to Caesar. We send our kids. Liberals don't have kids. Liberals have your kids. And then we wonder why our kids grow up and become liberals. But a liberal is not what it used to be. Democrats today are Obama era. It's all shifted. Republicans today, that's Obama era liberals. It's a uniparty. It's the same fucking thing. So stop participating. Stop fucking, if you know everything that's going on in politics, how many hours a day does that take of your life? Pain to stay the same. Yeah, it'll never change until there's violence. I know everybody's on this whole no violence thing. It's never going to change until enough people are fearful. Like you hear politicians like, who are they talking about the Second Amendment? Who are they talking about tyranny? Are they talking about us? Yes, motherfucker. They're talking about you. Everybody get your flu shot. You know, they're trying to make, just like the flu shot, they're going to make the fucking COVID vaccination mandatory, just like the flu shot for schools and certain employers. It came out of the White House today. School was meant to prepare kids to work. Now, yes, it's from a Prussian system, pre-World War I, to work in factories, move with a bell, show up at time, eat together in the cafeteria. That is where school came from. It is obsolete. It is no longer needed. Mike Pence had documents. Yeah, I saw it. Do I have any classified? Who fucking knows? I'm sure they'll be here to look and see. Everybody's like, I'm going to stay with my job because of my insurance or my 401k. Well, they didn't make me take the shot. Well, I only took one of the shots. Well, I haven't died, but I know some people that died, right? Everybody, it just sets back, man. It's the same thing. We're going to seize all the guns. Oh, thank God they only took some of the guns, right? But it just keeps going. It's the big ask, like fucking Trump talked about in his book, right? It's the big ask. We're going to ask for 1 million, and we only want really 1,000. The beginnings have classified documents. There's some footage going around, I think in Illinois, of a bunch of birds hanging upside down on a power line, and there's a bunch of dead ones on the ground. I don't know if they froze. I don't know what happened. A lot of them. Dean Conrad. Yeah, it's not even beliefs and morals, man. You don't know what freedom is until you fucking have some freedom. And everybody worried about, my boss is going to make me do this, or I have to have this for this fucking classification, or if we're a government contractor. Imagine if you'd have started 10 years ago on your own thing. Imagine if you'd have started your hobby and figured out how to monetize it 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, or a week ago. Assault pistol is the new term, and they're using it. Did you? Okay, are we reconnected? What I said was, did you see the dude in Walmart that snatched that baby out of the shopping cart? 2 officers came in, one distracted him, and the other one shot him in his fucking head. And they're actually praising that officer. That's some shit that should be praised. Kill guys doing harm. I don't even know if I want my kids in public school. Ronan, let's call it what it is, first of all. It's government school. And why the fuck would you want your kids in government school? Raise your kids, educate your kids the way you want them educated. I don't have time to do that. I don't know how to do that. I'm not a school. Look at Acellus Academy. Check out everybody. If you don't even have kids, check out Acellus Academy. Megan the Stallion. Chris Watkins, what's up, man? What happened or is happening in Memphis? I don't have a fucking clue. What's going on in Memphis? I guarantee whatever it is, it's only going on in the shithole of Memphis. It's not happening in Memphis where I go to Memphis. Vaccines for bees. The new push is small ruminants. The World Health Organization has been speaking for the last year about some virus going around in sheep and goats and small ruminants. So that's going to be the next push, like your bird flu shit. They're saying 57 million birds died of bird flu. No. Human beings euthanized 57 million birds. That's why your eggs are costing what they're fucking costing. Because they killed a ton of the fucking egg-laying flock. You know who's not missing eggs? I'm not missing eggs. Chris Watkins has got tons of eggs. Half the people on here are giving eggs away to their neighbors for free because we have so many eggs. Kid will never be in daycare public school. He's 2 right now. Kids only need 2 to 3 hours of curriculum. Robert, you are correct, man. You know, here's the thing, right? So we send our kids to school for 8 hours. And then they send them home from school with 3 hours of homework. You had my kid for 8 hours. You can't do your fucking job in 8 hours? Maybe you should stop indoctrinating them with your bullshit and teach them, I don't know, science, technology, education, math, arts, right? Languages. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing, is they're going after your ability to feed yourself. They need to move you from the inner United States to the cities. The new term is 15-minute city. If you don't know what that is, you better look at the fuck up. In the United States, they call them smart cities. Finance, yeah, finance. So Acellus Academy, Jack Spirko's 2 grandkids are taking Acellus Academy. They are done with their schooling for the day in 90 minutes, and they are a year and a half ahead of all the kids their age in their education. 4 hours a day. Chris is Amish there. He's like an Amish that uses technology, and he's got a flock of kids, and they homeschool their children. And I've met 2 of his children, and they're not like weird homeschooled. You're not like, oh, you're homeschooled, I can tell. They're fucking like adults. Well, the 2 I've met are adults, but they work. I see them work. Said every year I was in school, I could do this in 2 hours. Absolutely you could. And you want to see deviance? Look at public school teachers. Get on and follow some of your public school teachers on their Facebook pages. See how they're spending their weekends and what they're doing. My friend ran a maintenance department at a school. So I saw all kinds of shit that the teachers at my kids' elementary schools. You want to see some fucking whores? And granted, I'm sure that's not all of them, but those are human beings that have a job. Don't you think maybe school teachers should have to have kids of their own to be able to be school teachers? Why do they want to go hang out with somebody else's kids when they don't have their own kids? Study shows homeschool kids score. Fuck yes, they do. I don't think that's a new thing. I think that's kind of like a given. Memphis Waters, it depends. What are you hunting? Who asked what was going on in Memphis? My daughter's friend finished and graduated 16. Yeah. And it's probably smarter than all of those fucking teachers. Who the fuck wants to go hang out with a bunch of other kids? Like those who can't teach. Not always. There are some professors and some people out there. I did have a couple teachers that influenced the course of my life, right? I mean, I went to prison. I've been to jail a few times. I mean, maybe it wasn't the best influence. That's a joke. I mean, them influencing. I did go to prison and jail, but there are teachers who I continue to remember and speak about today, but I wasn't good in their classes. Most of the younger guys that teach are creeps, yeah. Teach them trades. Yeah, you want to know what's going on? Ask your teacher, just ask your daughters, hey, which one of these is the perverted coach? Ask your daughter. I guarantee there's one at every fucking school. And her friends, they know exactly who that dude is. Grossest teachers are the ones looking for affirmation from 12-year-olds. Yes. What's up, Josh? Ron Paul has homeschool curriculum. Yes. Check out Acellus Academy. Thomas Massey homeschools his kids. Lives completely off the grid. I've met him several times. How many genders? One with a penis and one with a vagina. Nearly all trade Jones make more than, oh yeah, fuck yeah. And really, how long does a teacher work? How many days out of the year does a teacher work? Not your meetings, not your vacation, not your curriculum prep. How many days are you in the fucking classroom with fucking children? What's the best camo pattern for Middle Tennessee? Memphis White. Depends on time of year too, buddy. Depends on time of year. Cryptek's got good patterns. Fucking duck. Are you hunting ducks, man? Go get what duck hunters are using. Keep in mind, guys, they were killing the fuck out of some animals 100 years ago in Levi's. Our kids' school promoters, Votech and Learning Trade. Daughter's a junior in high school, and she's going to be a firefighter, and school is helping pay for summer. Cool, man. Cool. That is not the normal. Tyler Mallory was timed out by... I wonder what the fuck that's about. Soon, grocery stores will have big gas station-like signs out front for revolving egg prices. Yeah. Actually, that's pretty good. I should buy some of those and put them out on the street. I should get a gas station sign for eggs. If you learn to weld, you can decide how much you want an hour. Richard Coos, that is so true, man. These local groups that I'm in for Camden here, somebody's like, I need a guy to install some steps and do some concrete work at my house, and I'm not going to pay $100 an hour. And there was like 40 comments, right? And a lot of people were like, hit me up, I'll give you a quote. Those people, those are desperate people. Because the dude making $100 an hour, he ain't looking for work. People are banging his door down. But the guy telling you what you're going to make, I don't want to deal with the thrifty guy. When you're fucking one of the best, you have a line of people. You want a house built around this motherfucker? You ain't getting shit built for 5 fucking years because they're building houses every day and they can't even start yours for 5 years. But there's plenty of dudes that'll do it for $20 an hour. And that's what you're going to get. Some $20 an hour shit. And there was a bunch of people that said, hey, I quoted you and you never got back to me. Hey, I returned all your messages and you never got back to me on that guy's thread. And I said, the guy making $100 an hour is never looking for work. The guy looking for the best deal, he's always looking for the people that will work. I believe hard work pays off. I dropped out in the 10th grade. I did not, I went to 10th grade for about a month, dropped out, took my GED in juvenile hall when I turned 18 and got out of juvenile hall after about 6 months in juvenile hall with my general education, what does it even stand for? Degree, general education, I got my GED. I've never used it. I'd already made millions of dollars when I took college courses. the dude teaching Business 101 and 102 and managerial accounting and financial accounting, all of those guys, they ran, what did they run? Robinson's and J.C. Penney's. They were managers at Robinson's and J.C. Penney's. 110 an hour, double if it's mobile. Exactly, Richard. You want to make money? Buy fucking equipment. Buy a skid steer, buy an excavator, buy a trailer. You could even have it, you could even rent from a friend and have them drop it off on job sites. Do jobs on the weekends, fucking make those payments, and then get the equipment yourself. Buy bigger equipment. Soon, I like the revolving egg thing. Like John said, I started my kids at 15 learning my job. You can pay your kids, what is it, $8,500, $9,000 a year? You can pay each of your children almost $9,000 a year and pay zero taxes on that money. You can start your kid at 3 years old. You can just have them take the trash out every day and put them on payroll. You can divert $9,000, it's a little less than that, to each of your children until they are 18, and there are no child labor laws on your own children. Pierre, what's up? That rate's about to go up? Are you about to have some kids? I'll bet you just have some kids just for that, you cheap motherfucker. Ronan, have a good night. Also, in Tennessee, if you show up when you say you will, you're in the 1%. That's true. 12.5 thousand per year. Amanda, I think that number, I've heard a much higher number. Maybe there's some differences somewhere. Either way, me and Amanda we're gonna have some more kids, so I can divert that 12 grand. Teachers told me I would never amount to anything because I hated English and art class. Willing to be a paycheck, I make more than them. That's how it always is, Dean. Always. Andy Frisella's counselor told him the same thing. I think 12.5 is the new number, I think. Huh. I just saw it the other day. So they lowered the number? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm usually not, though. Shop I'm working at literally has a revolving door of people coming in and quitting within a month. Isn't that a trip? Isn't that a trip? And you know they're not quitting to go to another job. Told my girl I want Baker's dozen of kids. The winters get cold in Tennessee and we might lose a couple. You might. Wolves, man. Wolves. Wild pigs might get your... A dingo ate my baby. Yes, reinvest every penny. Keep buying equipment. Yeah, buy equipment, man. You guys like video games? I know some of you motherfuckers probably playing video games right now. Go buy a fucking skid steer. Go buy an excavator. It's fucking way better than a video game. Plus, when you have enough money, you can just go smash cars. Because you can afford, when that guy gets mad, you can just buy him a new car. But you can still smash a car every now and then. I watched this guy that has a dump truck and a skid steer that only does gravel driveway repair and grading. Josh, you ain't fucking kidding. You are not kidding. You've seen the gravel we've brought in this motherfucker. Skid steers are a blast to operate. I love it. I pull my skid steer around back just to take the trash out from the garage and drive it around to the dumpster. Wife can't have kids, been teaching for 29 years, stays in the fight against the system. Works until 9 at night, at home, after dinner. Not like most, that's for sure. You didn't tell me about the smashing car part. I'm gonna go buy one tomorrow. Pierre, I'm buying a KXO 75. Skid steer excavator. If you only got one, you'd probably start with a skid steer. You want to dig holes? Excavator. You want to move dirt and fill holes? Skid steer. And if you have a business that needs a forklift, the skid steer will do that. Doesn't take long to get bored with a skid steer when running equipment for a living. Nope. But if you've ever had a normal fucking job, it doesn't matter how fucking bored you are in a skid steer, you'll be happy you're in the fucking skid steer. Mow? Chris Watkins gonna mow? Thanks for the Just Do It videos between you and Jack. Y'all made me start an LLC last year in my side biz. Made an extra $25,000 in my free time. Buying more equipment this year. Travis Weaver, what's your business, buddy? What's your business? What do you do? Always work that in there. Somebody will see that and fucking you'll get more business. I know you're at capacity, so fucking make the side job the real job. A lot better than running a shovel or a rake. That's right. Josh stood right beside me while we ran a lot of shovels and rakes. Big excavators. Tree trimming removal is side gig. Got it. Okay. All right. Do you have a wood chipper? 140 for 40 acres in Atlanta, Texas. I didn't even know there was an Atlanta, Texas. Handrails and gates make money. Yeah. I see them for sale on fucking Marketplace all the time, man. They are money. They are money. All the fab shops around here are fucking ridiculously busy. These guys that made our stairs, ridiculously busy. I need to be able to powder coat. There's everything in Texas. I was at a restaurant 2 weeks ago, and a guy walked in wearing an SOE hoodie. I was going to say hi, but food came, and I forgot about him, Edward. I hear that all the time, man. All the time. I'm looking at chippers now, wanting a 12-inch. Bought a bucket truck last year, 3/4 ton work truck, nice. I'm looking at a 12-inch chipper. And I don't know how much you've used chippers. I've rented a few. Chris Watkins there runs an enormous tree crew, like a dozen bucket trucks and poles, truck saws and stuff, and big ass tilt trucks, with the chippers. He runs a really big cutting crew. Does a lot of municipality contract. Goes to Florida for cleanup and shit. I'm sure he would answer any questions that you might have, being a man that has done that for a long time. Do a lot of trade work for my powder coat guy. It has helped. Nice. Tyler, would you happen to live in northern Indiana? I'm having a horrible time finding somebody to cut down my tree. Looking at chippers. Cat D10. That's a fucking serious machine, man. I saw a cute little D3 today. I don't even know if they make a D3. We've had a 5 and we've had a 6 on the property here. 12-inch is the way to go. The 6s are auto feed turds. Yeah, I've been around a few. John, I have a cousin in Jackson, Tennessee that sandblast paints and powder coats. Chris, awesome. I buy gym equipment and I want it all, red or black. And I see it, you can find it all the time, but it's difficult to find in, I can get this silver shit all the time, and I thought, man, it takes apart so easy. Maybe we could just get it powder coated at some point, and then it would all be black. By the way, I was in San Diego. I'm the only person I've ever seen wearing SOE. Edward Bentley, buddy. We got a lot of dudes in San Diego. Scott Hassan's in San Diego. Did you guys see Black's Beach fell into the ocean the other day? Like a huge piece of the cliff. It fell for fucking 5 minutes probably. That's incorrect. I wear SOE all day in San Diego. He's also got parrots all over his house. In Colorado, but more importantly, I'm not a lumberjack. Man, that seems like you could make a lot of money doing lumberjack shit. Maybe I'm wrong. Cat D3 is the same as a Cat D5, just lightened up for transportation. This seems smaller than a 5. It was a brand new dozer. Brand fucking new. Come by and take 100 off me. You need to media blast it before you powder coat. Yeah, for sure, I bet. Because it has powder coating on it. Haven't seen SOE gear in Houston, except my neighbor. Well, you should fix that. You should fix that. You know how orangutans run around with their arms over their head? You should run into Starbucks like that and be like, let me tell you about SOE. Like in Alex Jones's voice. Mama needs a real squat rack. Been a while for any beach corrosion, but we had a ton of rain. Yeah. Able to catch the stream with Goldshaw. Did anyone call him out on calling prepping crazy? Nah, I hadn't heard him say that. What's that going to gain, man? What's that? What are we going to get for that? Like, what do we stand to gain with that? I think it's important to kind of mash everything, different beliefs together, because I'm sure that dude has some shit we could learn from him, definitely. And I'm sure everybody's infected, everybody's, contagious, right? We're talking about him coming out and actually presenting at Self-Reliance Festival. He might come out here and be like, hey, there's, maybe I should be doing some of these things. But I had not heard him say that. Before we went live, we were talking about some stuff, and he goes, you might be surprised to know that we believe very different things. And I said, that's okay. And that's okay. That's all right. Like, we want to be friends. Like, we all have something that we can benefit from the other. And I'm not so worried about the other aspect of it. If prepping is crazy, I don't want to be saying. What we call prepping, Grandma called Tuesday, right? It was just a normal day. Even when I was a child, and my parents, my dad was in the Navy, and we lived on Lemoore Air Base. I remember going to farms on the weekends and picking up apricots, and we would slice them up, and my mom would dry those. I remember my dad making drying racks. I remember dehydrating. I remember canning as a kid, right? My grandparents, my grandma canned and had a huge garden. My mom canned. It was just what we did. And then things changed, I remember our first microwave. I remember living with no microwave. I remember when the first microwave came out and I saw it at a Sears. I remember black and white television, right? Things just evolved. Things changed. And just-in-time inventory made things simple, right? I remember shopping at grocery stores whenever chicken or hamburger was on sale. And we shopped, I remember going to the commissary and shopping. But when things were on sale, I remember buying bulk to put them up to store them. BEM Freedom, thank you for joining and becoming a member. For people that don't know what that is, we have a membership. It's $1. We put over 10 hours of content behind the $1 paywall. And that's our membership. We're setting up other levels. We do have a $5 membership. At the $5 membership, you get access to the same content, but you get to interact, ask questions, and we answer all of the questions once a week. Amanda and I sit down for usually over 3 hours and just go in depth and speak about all kinds of things that I don't have time to on one of these live feeds. And then I also say a lot of things behind the paywall that we just don't put out publicly, and you get access to that for $1. Astrodome is $10. Oh, do we have an Astrodome up there? I don't know. We were talking about levels. I didn't realize that we'd gone public with that yet. Thunderdome. There are 3 other levels. We are just figuring out how to make that of value. A lot of places are like, for $15, we'll mention your name. I think we should I think we should do something more than that. I worked for a company that had RR service contracts. They bought Cat D3s, railroad, is that what that is? And put D5 emblems on them so they could charge a higher rate. Wow. I remember when Sears had everything and Costco was Price Club. So do you remember before Price Club? There was another one. It was there was another paid membership before Price Club that became Price Club, and then Price Club became Costco. And then before that, there was Jimco. Do you remember Jimco? We didn't have a Target. We had a Fedco and we had a Jimco. Is Lemoore Air Base different from Marine Air Base? Yes, yes it is, yeah. We put the best content behind the membership wall. I like Risky. Are we talking about Risky Krisky? Is that who we're talking about? Worked for a company, remember Sears, $5 option is more than worth it. I think it is worth it, and I wouldn't just say that, right? If I didn't think it was worth it, we wouldn't be doing it. I think we deliver the value way beyond. Costco is better than Sam's, better jewelry. So we have both. We use Sam's Club more because it's 45 minutes away, and Costco is 90 minutes away. One of my guys that worked for me just got a new place, a house. Stoked for him, and he just got a Costco membership, and I thought that was cool. It's 90 minutes away though, so we do Sam's Club more often. I really like the membership content. I can't download on YouTube Premium, but I make it work on Wi-Fi at home. Sam's is more convenient. Yeah, same, Chris. We go to the Sam's in Jackson all the time. Anyone remember Shopco Public? No, I don't remember that. Membership store similar to Kmart. Haven't seen one. Man, I remember Jimco though. It was huge. It was bigger than Walmart. And it had like a sporting section and a gun department and a full-on like sewing fabric department and a jewelry store. And it was a cross between like Walmart and Home Depot. It had a ton of shit in there. Costco hot dogs. I haven't had Costco or Sam's Club food in 20 years maybe. Remember developing film at Price Club and grabbing your photos a week later? Dad used film tubes. Yeah, Scott. I remember that. I remember in Tierra Santa dropping film off and having it developed, and then we would do it at Costco also. We developed a lot of stuff at Costco. Anyone who can fix lawnmowers, snowblowers, etc., can make a fortune now doing their own business. My lawnmower went into Home Depot about 4 months ago, and they said they would have it 6-week turnaround. They sent it to someone else. They don't fix that shit there unless something's different at your Home Depot. Pizza is good. Never adjust to Biden inflation. So Costco doesn't make any money on what it sells you. Costco makes all of its money off of memberships and then negotiating lower prices on the product. Laugh out loud, Tierra Santa. I grew up in Tierra Santa, my entire childhood, from 3rd grade, and even when I was in my 30s, at some points, I was back in Tierra Santa. I went to Tierra Santa Elementary School. I went to Farb for middle school, and I went to Sarah High School for high school. And then Murphy Canyon Housing was down on the other side of Tierra Santa. What are your thoughts on how Costco and Sam's can sell fuel for 30 cents cheaper? I didn't know they do. I know people go there and buy fuel, and I buy fuel wherever there's a high turnover. I guess if I lived close there, I would use it, but I definitely don't go out of my way. I buy fuel whenever I need fuel, and I typically buy it at like Casey's or Pilot, you know, someplace with a very high turnover. Might be cheaper because it's trackable, huh? I went to De Portola and Sarah graduated '01. Fucking awesome, man. That's cool. I graduated in, well, I would have graduated in 90-ish. My order shipped. Nathan, what did you order, buddy? De Portola. So they started building De Portola, and then it sat unfinished for like 15 years. We used to ride dirt bikes at De Portola. And if you look at that pond down in the canyon from De Portola, that is the dishwasher pond. We used to ride dirt bikes and jump that big culvert right there, that dam. I lived, if you went to the other side of De Portola and looked down, you actually would see my house. My mother's house. A belt right on. The dishwasher pond, that's right. Yep. We played BB gun wars. We used to do all kinds of shit down there. The walls at the end of, not Tierra Santa Boulevard, but Convoy. I guess that was Tierra Santa Boulevard, Santo. Right at the end there at the canyon where the suspension bridge was. We used to rappel there. But we used to ride dirt bikes, man. We grew up riding dirt bikes out there the whole time. When I talk about the helicopters blowing dudes over, Crusty Demons of Dirt, the first Crusty Demons, a lot of it was filmed out there. We used to ride out there and in Santee a lot, and Lakeside. People who are truly immune are those that fish out of the San Diego River. Yeah, we used to fish out of the San Diego River. Yeah. Mission Gorge. Is there a video about how I met Scully? Shit, dozens of them. I mean, we talked about it on the podcast probably a couple episodes ago. Eat Wild Iguanas. Claremont, that's it. Claremont, yep. And then Claremont, Santo, and Tierra Santa Boulevard. We were riding around out there before 52 was ever there. And afterwards. And then we used to boulder and climb at Singing Hills and Mission Trails. The very first t-shirt we ever sold as special operations equipment was filmed or shot. We shot black and white film right out there in Santee at Mission Trails. All right, guys. Had a good time tonight. Good talk. Thanks for being here and being interested. I'm going to jump off of here in a minute. And long day tomorrow. I will be up very early tomorrow. And a very full day of work tomorrow. This is the new shirt, if you've not seen it. For you guys that might not know, we have a text app. You get on our text app, we send you a text every day, every evening, and show you what we made. We have an email app, but we only send an email Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're a little different. It's probably of benefit to be on both. If you're going to be like, man, you send too many text messages, you should definitely not get on our text app. But this is the shirt, the black flag. No quarter, no surrender, no quarter. And we still have some of these available. We just got them. We put them online last night. Building a homemade cannon. There are some folks here that make some badass cannons. I have a friend that has a bowling ball cannon that is also pretty cool. But there's a dude here that makes actual brass, like high pressure cannons. Any rock climbing gyms? Yeah, we've got 2 in Nashville. But if you go over to Chattanooga, there's a fucking bunch of them. We used to put shish kebab sticks on our Red Riders and shoot our little brothers with their friends. Man, we used to shoot bottle rockets. Look like I can military press 150? Not anymore, man. I used to mill press way over 150. My shoulders are trash now. Being 50, and doing dumb shit when I was younger. Who can I use to make a shirt of my own? Somebody in your local area would be your best bet. We do 120 shirts. We do so many shirts that my t-shirt guy moved here from Texas to do business. He's way bigger in person. I have a lot of fat right now. I always have a lot of fat, but I am sitting about 190 right now. I've been as high as 210. And I don't rock climb. I definitely don't boulder. I'm too big for that shit. Have you thought about building a homemade cannon? You sent me that Dr. Seuss sticker with my order. Right on. Right on. Geisel, his penis house is right there on Black's Beach. It's not fat. No, I got some fat. It's coming off. Is TRT something you talk about on your primary care physicians about? I have a really good primary care physician, Dr. Barry. He's also known as the Keto Doctor. Wrote the best-selling book, Lies Your Doctor Told You. Most primary care guys are not the guys to have TRT conversation with. I use a company called Optimize You. They have clinics across the United States. I know the dude that one of the owners, I go in and face-to-face with them. He did all of TAC Response. He does a lot of my employees. He does a ton of my clients. And you need to have the conversation with somebody who is not going to just look at your testosterone. Like if you go in and your doctor gives you one testosterone number, you got the wrong doctor. There's two numbers. But you need to look at all the other shit too. Like, a lot of people want to just take a vitamin or a multi and they have no fucking idea why they're doing it. And a lot of times you might be deficient in one thing, but then you take something that fucking fucks something else up. You need a doctor that's going to run he's going to order all of your labs. And with a lot of these hormone places, you can do them through LabCorp. They will give you an order for your labs and you can go to any LabCorp and they'll run your blood. And a lot of times you can do it depending on your state. You can do it off FaceTime. Some states you have to meet in person. Optimize You is our guys. They actually come out here to Self-Reliance Festival. So if you're in another state, maybe you can't use them, but if you come to Self-Reliance Festival, you can have your face-to-face consultation here at our event, and then you can do what you need to do through the mail. For instance, here in Tennessee, if you have testosterone, hormone replacement therapy, you have testosterone, your testosterone, while you go get it from the pharmacy, has to go to your doctor, and every time you're going to pen, every time you're going to take a shot, the doctor has to give it to you. Living in Tennessee, I can cross right into Kentucky, see my doctor in Kentucky, FedEx mails my testosterone here, and then I shoot whatever I need to inject myself. You don't have to use big fucking bore needles in your glute anymore, right? You can put it in belly fat with a very tiny insulin syringe. You can use a syringe so small, you could put it in you, your wife could put it in you, and you wouldn't even know the fucking needle was in you. Doctor, that doesn't allow the government to go between doctor and patient. Yep. My mom told me I wasn't fat. I'm just big boned. Just waiting on La Jolla to fall off. Man, we went to La Jolla when we were in San Diego last time. To Top of the Cove, right? Pretty decent restaurant. It was like real high end when I was a kid. And it's a shithole. And Marine Room, it was also a fucking shithole. Marine Room smelled like that. Well, it had been, right? Because it gets flooded all the time. But it just smelled like fucking mold. Sounds like I need to drive to Kentucky. Dean, you might not have to, man. Optimize You. Optimize You. That's the website, right, Amanda? Optimize You. Great band, Black Flag, yes. Yeah, Henry Rollins. I'm completely satisfied with Optimize You after one visit. Great info. Spent time explaining everything. Absolutely, man. I I don't get paid anything from them, and I talk about them probably every night. It makes a fucking difference. I'm 50 years old, 51 years old. I move faster right now than I did when I was 30. It fucking works with your motivation. It works with your energy. It works with your optimization of sleep, your economy of sleep. Like everything, I'll outperform fucking any 30-year-old person that you put next to me. I'm in Michigan. Nothing's good here. I've done RECM. I've done. All right, guys. I'm gonna start turning these lights off here. Type out your last minute shit, whatever you want to say or know. We got content going up. Sure, we'll have some more videos up live tomorrow. If you haven't take a look at our YouTube. We have new content went up today. I've always got some like motivational shit yelling at the cameras and stuff. We've always got some on the compound videos about the homesteading and just what Amanda and I are doing. And then we have the member stuff. We do the question and answer. And then Scully and I do the Pulling the Thread podcast. Trump 24. What part of MI? I've recommended them to 2 people. My dad used to always take me to the Chart House. Man, Perry's is so much better. Yeah, the Chart House. We used to go to, there's a couple Chart Houses, Amanda. And then Tom's Lighthouse. We actually went there when we were in town, but brunch was over. We weren't able to get in, remember? But there's a Chart House or was it the Boat House? There's a Chart House and a Boat House in Seaport Village, I think. Is Pulling the Thread ever going to catch up to current events? We will talk about current events tomorrow. Yeah, it probably will. We'll probably start putting them out current behind and then start trickling them out months after the fact into the public. Completely satisfied with Optimize You. My mom told me, I'm just big boned. Goose, maybe that's what we'll do for level 3. At level 3, we'll put them out fucking current ahead of time until we figure out something else to add to it. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a great night. When you get off of here, you're still going to be on these things, right? You're going to be on this fucking tattletale. Just remember, whatever you're consuming, it's filling your head in with something and knocking something else out. For everything you learn, you lose something. Just question yourself while you're consuming whatever you're consuming. What is it adding to you? Because if it's not adding something to you, it's taking something away from you. Averaging 60 viewers for 67 minutes. That's better than WNBA. So we had a YouTube short and a TikTok about Briner or Grimer, whatever her name is. He's a she, right? And somebody got on there and said, well, if she's a dude, how come she doesn't play in the NBA? Because she's not fucking good enough? That's why she fucking poses as a chick so that she can play basketball? Like, dumb people walk amongst us all the time. We used to put them in places called poorhouses and asylums. Boathouse, Seaport Village. I took you there your first year out of prison for your birthday. And then did naughty things. Naughty things. Punk rock fan. Who did you see? Sid. Fuck, I don't know. I'm not really a punk rock guy. I had a friend in a band called Fuck You Finger. And they were on MTV and shit. They were friends with Glenn Plake and a bunch of them dudes. All right, guys. I'm out of here before I keep going.